Howdy, howdy, everybody. Rick here. This is the second time I am recording this voiceover because the first time I did it, I had my microphone off. Uh, that's why you should always triple check your stuff. Otherwise, be like me and record for 10 minutes before realizing that the light is blinking because it's turned off. Anyway, so this is the house for Annie Lipscomb. Uh, her speed build cast video is up on the channel now if you would like to see who will be living in this house. They ended up making it a trailer in the Strangerville world. I personally like Strangerville. The only thing that I don't like about it is like the quest, which it's fun. I enjoy it. It's not the most riveting gameplay, but it is fun after some time, I guess. I've only ever played it once, to be fair. So I am excited to be able to, once we actually get into the gameplay of it all, to do it again and refresh my memory because I did do it like right when Strangerville came out. But I ended up making this like a trailer. It took me forever to figure out the kind of window I wanted because I don't know if you've been to like a trailer park, but like the older trailers that have like those windows on the ends of them. I wanted it to work so bad, but and then like the carpet on the floor. So I wanted this trailer to have an older look to it. Like it was like a 70s or 80s model because the lore that I'm putting with it is that this is a hand-me-down house from like her grandfather because I like story building and I like lore and that's what I'm gonna do. And I made a trailer so that like by the end of the 10 generations challenge, if at some point during the playthrough I decide to like scrap the trailer and rebuild for more room and stuff, it makes sense because you can just hook onto a trailer and pull it off the lot and it makes sense instead of just having a house completely disappear and a new one pop up. Because again, I like the realism of that for some reason. But I have to say, out of the entire house, the bathroom is probably my favorite because it has such a mix of old and new to it. Like, it looks like a young adult has moved into an old trailer and tried to spiffy it up. So I think that the bathroom ended up being my favorite room of the house. I try to, with my builds, give it as much personality as possible, like little knickknacks and stuff. I try, and I made the room a little bit small. I made the bedroom a little bit smaller because I felt like I was being a little too generous with that. um, yeah, but with building, I'm not a huge Sims builder, so don't get too kooky crazy about it. I'm not that good at it. But when I do build, I usually always build things like this. I'll build like trailers or like hoarding houses or like abandoned places. I don't know. I love the clutter of it and that trash can will not stay there, I promise. um but I also like that this is a small this is considered a tiny house. See, I told you the trash can wasn't gonna stay there. um But this is considered a tiny house and it's fully functional. There's TV, bathtub, uh, shower if you have children. Crowded the hallway a little, but again, I think it adds that flair of a young adult moving into an old house. Um, I end up putting like the palm reading hand on that table and things like that. Just a little clutter. Oh, the curtains. If I could complain about one thing in The Sims, I would complain about the wood swatches not matching, but then I would complain about the curtains. Um, I think I went through every curtain in the game before deciding on those gray ones because they don't have like just a cheap plastic blinds look. Or at least ones that I was like, yeah, this looks like a trailer, kind of cheap plastic blinds. Um, oh, but I added that little mushroom. I love that little mushroom and those skateboards. And the vanity I added in the corner just a second ago. I liked it because it felt like it was something that would have been like left behind. And that like, and the clock, that clock too, that she just wouldn't get rid of. So, like, it's what was left behind by her grandpa, and she just hasn't had the heart to, like, get rid of it. I like how this bedroom turned out, too, and I ended up adding, like, some splotches. I added that hole in the wall. I switched it around a little, but ended up going with the original idea to make it like, when you open the door real quick and it like swings open and the doorknob hits the wall. I wanted it to have that kind of vibe to it. Just like a story to the house. And honestly, I won't lie, the paneling, that ugly paneling is my favorite wallpaper in the game. You can't change my mind. It's my favorite. But again, like it fits the style. And I added a high school degree and a pride flag because again, she's a young adult. If you haven't seen the Cass video of Annie, she is a young adult and she has like a early like 2010s hot topic vibe about her. So I like it. I feel like this house really says I was a hand me down from grandpa to alt hot topic girl. I like how I like how it turned out. I will say. Um if y'all like it too, let me know in the comments down below and I will gladly upload it to the gallery. It is a tiny home and it does give the perks of a tiny home, which is always fun. I enjoy tiny homes. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but I always like to cram as much as I can get in a small space and what I can get away with. Also, like, the smaller the space, the more clutter I feel like you can add, which doesn't make sense, but I feel like it just makes the clutter feel more realistic if it's a tiny house. Um, it took me a hot minute to, like, get a consistent vibe of this house at first. Like, I change like the bookshelf in the bedroom a lot. Yeah, see, I just got rid of it. I was just thinking that's not gonna be there by the end. The knives change. Just the cluttering process is literally just me chucking things and seeing what looks good in the end. But I think it ended up well. I didn't add any lot traits. If you would like this build to go up on the gallery, just let me know in the comments below. You can see little Annie standing there, ready to go. Um, But if you liked this video, also I'm changing the fence because nothing about this build was consistent. I promise. I can guarantee that. But if you liked this video, be sure to like and let me know down below if you're excited for the Let's Play. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, you can also catch me over on Twitch. And I will see y'all in the next one. Also, I fixed the roof, I promise.